Welcome to Finding God in the Times of COVID. Today's April 25th, 2021. The scripture passage that I'll reflect on just a little bit here, it comes from 1 John chapter 3, starting around verse 16, 17. It's also the one that we'll expand on a little more during the service at fpcberry.org. You can get into the Zoom link there, or you can find us on Facebook. The essence of the teaching is this return to what's the first command, which is that we love one another. John asks this question, how can we, if we have the world's goods and don't share those with people in need, how can we consider ourselves to be the children of God? He goes on to say that it's not only the fulfillment of this invitation or really this command to love one another, but it's also the embodiment of God's Spirit. It's this conviction that somehow the Spirit of God dwells both within us and also dwells within our neighbor. And that by being a servant to our neighbor, and perhaps as we've said earlier this week, allowing our neighbors to be servants to us, there's this completion that happens in the spiritual life. There are all kinds of barriers, all kinds to love. It might be this concern that there's not enough. Or all the ways that our society structures and shapes us into thinking both me first and also, that our relationship with people different from us, however we choose to categorize that, like that it's legitimate, and perhaps it's something that we should seek to perpetuate, kind of the us first, nativist, it's the terminology of the day mentality. So perhaps today we find a little space, a little room for grace moving in our lives to expand out the boundaries, to inspire us to love, perhaps against the odds, and by so doing, to enable love to become a norm, not just in our lives, but also in our communities. Because I wonder what they'd look like if we trusted and relied on love, God's Spirit pushing through us to love this moment and every moment of our lives. Blessings on your day.